Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at something that, well, it kind of transcends borders, doesn't it?
It really does.
So while you're tuning in from the USA, our insights actually come from a business networking group called Connective. They're based way over in Queensland, Australia, on the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, founded by a guy named Byron Miller. And Connective, it has this interesting angle, focusing on being affordable and flexible. That's pretty different for networking groups sometimes.
Definitely. And our mission for this deep dive is really to unpack how to be a valuable member of any networking group using Connective's approach as a lens. We're zeroing in on this idea of being a giver.
That's the core, yeah. The philosophy they talk about is the more you give, the more you grow. Simple phrase, but there's a lot packed into it, something you can apply immediately wherever you network.
Okay, so let's really dig into this giver mentality. The source material kicks off by stressing, giving referrals early and often, even if you're the new person.
Right, which might feel a bit backwards. Like, shouldn't you wait to get something first?
Exactly, that's the instinct, maybe.
But the idea here is that those early offers, even small ones, like, hey, here's a warm intro, or maybe this person needs a quote from you, they immediately signal you're there to contribute.
Ah, so it sets the tone right from day one. You're not just there with your hand out.
Precisely. It starts building that reputation as someone helpful, a connector.
And they have a practical tip too, right? Something about a weekly check-in.
Yeah, sort of pro tip. Ask yourself every week, who did I talk to lately who might need someone in this network?
That feels really concrete, like something you can actually schedule or put on a to-do list.
Totally. It forces that shift, from looking inward, what can I get, to looking outward, who can I connect? And funnily enough, that often comes back around to benefit you anyway.
Which leads nicely into the next point, really getting to know the other people in your network deeply.
Yes. The source actually calls scheduling regular one-on-one meetings referral training sessions.
Ooh, I like that framing. It's not just coffee, it's strategic.
It is. The goal of these sessions is to get specific information, like what's their absolute ideal client? Are there trigger phrases people use when they're ready for their help?
Trigger phrases, like specific words or problems people mention.
Exactly. And crucially, asking them, what's the absolute best way to send someone your way? Don't assume you know. Ask.
Okay, so the source highlights two specific kind of killer questions. One is that one, what's the best way to refer someone to you?
Yep, make sure your effort actually lands effectively.
And the other is, what do your best clients typically say right when they realize they need your help?
Ah, that's smart. It helps you tune your own ears. Listening out for those cues in your everyday conversations is very proactive.
Right, you're not just waiting for someone to scream, I need a widget maker.
Yep.
You're learning the subtle signs.
Exactly. And building on that understanding, there's the importance of, well, just showing up properly to the actual meetings.
Seems basic, but it's more than just physical presence, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's about being punctual, yes, but also really engaged. Listening actively when others present, maybe offering a thoughtful comment, nodding, clapping, bringing some positive energy.
Being genuinely present.
Yes, and that creates this sort of positive cycle. When you're consistently that engaged, supportive person, others naturally feel more inclined to help you out too. It builds that mutual support vibe.
That makes total sense. Okay, so you've made a referral, you understand people. What about after the referral happens? Giving credit seems important here.
Hugely important. Following up on referrals you've made, tracking what happens. It shows you're serious and you care.
And sharing the wins.
Definitely. If a referral turns into actual business, celebrating that in the meeting, hey, thanks to Sarah's referral, we landed this client.
Yeah.
It acknowledges the giver, and frankly, it motivates everyone else.
And the flip side too, right? Saying thank you when you receive one.
Oh, absolutely critical. Just a genuine thank you goes a long way. It reinforces trust, shows you value their effort. It's basic relationship building.
So it's not just about the meetings themselves. The source talks about staying engaged between the official get-togethers too.
Right. This is where you can really become a super connector. Things like introducing members on LinkedIn, maybe tagging someone in an article you saw that's relevant to them.
Or even inviting them to other events you're going to.
Exactly. These little actions show you're thinking about them outside the scheduled meeting time. It boosts their visibility and shows you're genuinely invested.
Now, this next point feels really crucial. Avoiding that transactional mindset.
The what's in it for me right now thinking.
Yeah.
It can be really counterproductive in networking.
Yeah, people can usually sense that, can't they?
They really can. The focus instead should be on adding value to the group, to the whole network.
Mm.
Because strong networks, like the Connective example suggests, they thrive on relationships, not just quid pro quo deals.
So the trust built through giving eventually leads to referrals more organically.
That's the idea. People trust you, they like you, they understand what you do. Because you've put in the effort, then the referrals flow, often when you least expect it.
Interesting. The source also mentions taking responsibility for your own growth. How does my professional development tie into being a better network giver?
Well, it shows you're committed to being a valuable resource yourself.
Mm.
If you're actively learning, getting certifications, staying updated in your field,
You become more useful to the network.
exactly. You have more to offer, better insights, maybe you can answer questions or provide guidance. Plus, being coachable, open to feedback from mentors or leaders in the group that signals you're invested in mutual success, not just your own agenda.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So to kind of pull this together, the source contrasts the taker versus the giver mindset quite directly. Can we walk through those comparisons?
Sure, it really crystallizes the difference.
Yeah.
A taker, the source says, might walk in thinking, what can I get today?
Whereas the giver is thinking.
How can I help someone else today? It's a completely different starting point.
And a taker might feel pressure, like, I need referrals now.
While the giver has a longer view, I'll give first to build trust. Referrals will follow. Less desperation, more strategy.
Okay, what about those one-on-one meetings we talked about?
The taker might think, ugh, I don't have time for these one-to-ones. Too busy, maybe.
Right, but the giver sees them as essential.
Exactly. These one-to-ones help me really understand others so I can help them. It's an investment.
And the last comparison is about expectation.
Yeah. The taker might feel a bit entitled, like they should be referring me.
Okay. And the giver.
The giver thinks, I need to earn referrals by actively giving and building those relationships. It's about taking ownership.
So wrapping it all up, the message from Connective, and really for any network, seems to be lead with curiosity, be generous, be consistent. That's how you become seen as a giver.
That's pretty much it.
Mm.
And doing that, according to this source, is actually the fastest way to get the results you probably wanted in the first place, but through building real connections.
It's a powerful idea. The more you give, the more you grow.
Exactly. And remember, these aren't just principles for some group in Australia. You can take these ideas and apply them right now in whatever networking you're doing. Maybe think about, one thing you could do this week.
That's a great takeaway action. Just reflect for a moment. What's one small giving action you could take in the next 7 days? Could you make an intro, share something useful, or just schedule one of those referral training sessions?
Just one small step. And just as a final note, if anyone listening is specifically intrigued by the Connective model itself, that affordable, flexible approach the source mentions reaching out to the founder, Byron Miller, is the way to go.
Good to know. But the core lesson about that giver mindset, that's something we can all start practicing today.